To bring us up to date regarding the Brockville and area food bank, I have Operation Manager here, Amanda Petch. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, just recently, there was a food drive.
Yes.
Rotary had their annual Harvest Share food drive. How did that help you?
In a number of ways, actually. So we received 12,896 pounds of food.
Wow.
And about $21,000 in cash and check donations.
And okay, so that's definitely going to be able to help you.
Yes.
How long, this is an unfair question because I don't know on a monthly basis or weekly basis or whatever, how many clients you serve. But I'm thinking to myself, now, I wonder how long this food drive intake would last you.
Surprisingly, January.
Oh, you're not going to say February.
No,
you're just saying January.
January would probably.
Really?
We're seeing an increase of people. So 4 to 6
Okay.
new visitors a day was last month. Last month we were seeing 4 to 6 new visitors a day, and so we were at about 1,100. We're now at about 1,500 visits a day, and of that, 578 of those are kids under the age of 18.
Oh, that's sad.
So as prices go up, that we see. The
Yeah.
same thing is happening with our families as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for because I wasn't sure. I thought it was a very unfair question, but my mind was working there, and I thought, I need to ask.
It's not a fair. It is
ask.
a fair question actually, because you never know, right?
No.
Like for a larger city, that may only be a month. Right? For us, we're lucky enough that we can say we should be able to get through to January, and then we're going to be pretty dry in January, which a lot of people go through because of the Christmas bills, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about, because I don't know, and some of our viewers don't know, how many days of food would I be able to get from the food bank on a monthly basis?
It's 5 to 7 days worth of food.
Okay.
So we work on a point system, but in the end, it comes down to 5 to 7 days. We're not giving a month's worth of food, which is a very large misconception in the area. But it's 5 to 7 days worth of food, but that's also, we don't have a lot of fresh products. The things we do have, we buy. So that money will give us apples, oranges, bananas, potatoes, onions, and carrots. That's the fresh stuff that we have. Everything else is frozen except for eggs and milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's and you go through it very quickly, I would think. Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
We get weekly deliveries of bread and milk and eggs and vegetables. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're only getting 5 to 7 days of meals.
Yes.
What do they do right away? That question pops into my head. What are they going to do the rest of the time? You know, you stop and think of a family out there that, have children, 2 or 3 children or 4 or whatever. That's not going to last all that long. So what do they do for the rest of the month? And that must be so difficult on the parents.
It is very difficult, and we see that more and more. And in some cases, we have clients who come in and say, well, now so-and-so's mom has left to go work somewhere else, so they're now staying with me, so I have an extra mouth to feed.
Yes.
We do try to give as much as we can. And it's not, 1 bag of food per person. They have an option of what they can pick. We try to help with dietary needs when we can.
Yes.
But the big thing is that we also have low cost and free meals in different areas of the city as well. So Loaves and Fishes we do try to connect with them.
Yes.
If we have an abundance of stuff on, let's say, a Friday, if we haven't had that many people come in, which doesn't happen very often, but if we have some extra fruit or something, then we send it over there or to the center, the warming center and things like that.
So you people all work together.
We do.
And I'm also thinking about the churches, because
Yes.
the churches do have their weekly meal, do they
Yes.
not?
Yes.
So, there's opportunities there.
There is.
For people that need to
Yeah.
seek out food for their family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a catch-22, you're so glad that you're there, be able to help people, but yet there's also the sadness that goes with it, knowing that, they might go hungry for a day or so
Yeah,
and
we
trying
try
get
to
food.
avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand that you would. So, what would a client bring to you if I was coming to you, for emergency food? What would you give me? What would I be able to get?
So the way it works is we have a list of items, and sometimes they change because we get things from Feed Ontario, which is our parent organization.
Yes.
And so right now we have like hamburger bowls that you can just put in the microwave. But what we normally have for staples is bread, milk, eggs. We have the fresh fruit that I mentioned, margarine.
Yes.
And then we also have ground beef and bologna that's in the freezer. And then they can choose from, because not everybody likes creamed corn.
That's true.
So rather than giving it to them on stuff that they wouldn't want to eat or wouldn't use, we give them the option to say, well, you can have 2 corn niblets, or you can have whatever it is.
Choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and then also we try to have cereal available. There was a large donation from Lynn's school. Mm-hmm. They gave us 300 boxes of cereal.
Oh my!
So we will have our shelves filled for a little bit with that.
Good.
And that's another thing that they can choose to get as well.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So when I would come to you, what do I bring with me? What do you need for information from me? Because obviously I'm going to have to fill out a form.
Yes. So everything's done through our intake, which is we have a small group of volunteers that you come in. It's an office that's set aside, so you're not in the middle.
It's all confidential.
All confidential.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so you'd go into the intake office. You'd need your ID, whether that be your driver's license or OHIP card or proof of residency, anything like that. Mm-hmm. And then either a lease or something from a landlord, or a note saying that you're on ODSP or Ontario Works, or even if you're working, there are a number of working poor in this community. Yes. So even that, but it's just to show where you live and where you work.
Okay, alrighty. And then so the form is filled out. It doesn't take long to do.
No, it's only a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just to make sure we know how many people we're trying to serve each month.
Right. So come January, you're going to be needing some more items. Mm-hmm. You need to replenish your shelves. So would there be things that you wouldn't normally have received during the food drive that you need?
In January, it would be things like stews, especially to keep people warm and things like that. Mm-hmm. Non-food products. There are people who have to come in and ask for diapers sometimes, especially larger sizes.
Yes.
Feminine hygiene products as well. And like I said, we are on a point system, but we do not charge points for feminine hygiene or for diapers and wipes because
they're needed.
They're needed no matter what.
Exactly.
And then other things, even to make a sandwich, because we have the bread available. Having things like jams and peanut butters or canned fruit and vegetables is always good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your hours of operation?
We're open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
We take our last client at 2:45.
Right.
So that they have enough time to go and look and see what they want to get.
Okay.
So we lock the door at 2:45 and then they leave by 3 o'clock. And then the second Monday of the month, except for October, because that's Thanksgiving, we are open from 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
So we're trying to accommodate as many people as possible. We have some home delivery. Mm-hmm. We have curbside pickup. So if someone can't come to the food bank, we go over the list with them over the phone.
Okay.
And then someone can come and pick it up for them as long as they have their information and that there's a list of criteria that you have to have.
Right.
But they can do a curbside pickup instead of
I didn't know
coming
that.
in. Yeah, we try to accommodate the best that we can.
Yes.
So if they're working a 12-hour shift, but they have someone who can come in and pick it up for them, then we have that ability.
Oh, good. Oh, my heavens. I didn't realize. Okay, location for people that are not aware of the Brockville and Area Food Bank. Where are you located?
We are located at 58 Buell Street. So we're right downtown in the heart of everything, just before the library.
Just before the library.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's going to stick with me now that January is going to be a need.
Yes.
So we'll probably be talking to you in January.
That would be great.
Yes. What your needs are going to be, because you never know what people are going to donate in the interim, correct?
Yes. Yeah, we get donations at Christmas time for things and things like that.
Yeah.
Our volunteers have actually donated hams for our clients for this Christmas. So everyone will have a ham at Christmas this year, which is
That's awesome.
very awesome of my wonderful volunteers that I could not do without them. So, yeah.
Oh, glad to hear that. Thank you for coming in and sitting
Thank
down
you.
with me and talking about this.